watch from both teams. For Stanford, boy, they are just loaded. You talk about Elia Rubin, another Player of the Year watch list selection. Sammy Francis as well. You see the totals for them in the ACC. And then Natalie Lau, who's done a really nice job for Cal, stepping in for the injured Analea Mater. And Sawyer Thompson coming off a huge match at SMU on Sunday, a loss in 4 sets. Well, we're just about ready for first serve here at Haas Pavilion. Love the uniform. Again, Stanford playing at a high level with a 440 hitting percentage. Cal at 130.
And Stanford has really dominated since that first timeout, the media timeout. And it's all about that, again, the serving pressure and then the transition offense. When Cal's out of system and gives Stanford anything easy at
back. Able to pick up her 4th kill.
You could just about call that a back row attack, really. Another tough serve by Stanford.
First set. Some high-level volleyball from the number 5 team in the nation. We'll see if Cal can regroup in the second set. We'll step aside and be back shortly from Haas Pavilion. ACC volleyball toward the end of that first set. Stanford, number 5 in the nation. They take the first set from Cal, 25-15. And, Coach, we were just marveling at some of these hitting percentages for Stanford as a team. 481 in that first set. How about Ipar Kurt with her 5 kills?
Yeah, hitting 714, about 3 times her yearly average right now. And Rubin, the same thing. They're all really very efficient right now. They're not making errors. You can tell they're loose, they're comfortable. Minor's putting them in a good spot, and their defense is making second efforts and giving them second opportunities.
It's a deep, talented team. 15 kills for the Cardinal, just 2 attack errors in that first set. Cal, 9 kills and 6 errors. They hit 111, led by Maggie Lee and her 4 kills. And so now the teams will switch sides. We'll see if the Golden Bears can bounce back in this second set. Early on in the first set, it was sort of back and forth. And as you said, Coach, really after the 15-point timeout, Stanford took off and kind of took it to another level.
They really did. You know, they put the pressure with the serve. Cal got out of rhythm a little bit, couldn't pass the ball up into the good zone, and really do not have the firepower to hit out of system consistently against a team as big as Stanford and as good a defensive team as Stanford has.
Cardinal also had 3 aces in that first set, none for Cal. The Digs 10-9 in favor of the Cardinal. Just 1 block, and that belonged. 5 kills, a 714 hitting percentage in that first set. The Cardinal as a team right now hitting 455 for the match. Just astronomical numbers, Coach Rich Feller.
They just feel comfortable. You know, once you get that rhythm going, you get a little confidence. After the media timeout, they seem to up their serving, and that just kind of brought the whole level up.
So Cal using an early timeout here in this second set. I think her team back in this set. We'll see if the Golden Bears can do it. Stanford right now looking awfully tough. 24 kills, just 2 attack errors. A 478 hitting percentage for the number 5 team in the nation in search of their 15th win this year.
When the announcement came out that Cal and Stanford were going to the ACC, it was maybe a sigh of relief for some of the sports, but that's not turning out that way for volleyball for sure. It's a very, very competitive conference, very similar to the Pac-12 over the years, with 5, 6, 7 teams that will make the tournament, and the teams at the bottom are still really good quality teams. But it's really tough to break into that upper half. Once the season gets rolling. You don't have a lot of practice time. You're limited with the number of players you have, obviously. An injury or
their rival. 25-15 in the first set, 25-17 in the second set. We'll see if Cal is able to come up with some answers and force a 4th set. First things first, though, 3rd set coming up. Game, she's been solid, 6 kills, although just a 125 hitting percentage, but she leads the way with those 6 kills.
Yeah, and I think against a more human team, she'd probably have about 11 or 12 kills right now. A lot of her swings have been really solid, and just add a defender or the defender makes a great play against it. And so she hasn't gotten the scores, but she looks solid tonight. She's passing pretty well. So can't complain right now other than maybe finding a few more openings.
And for Stanford, we talked in the open about Cammie Minor, how she does it all. She's doing it again tonight. 22 assists, 4 digs, 3 kills, and a block. And again, just running that offense to perfection for the Cardinal.
Yeah, she really is. She's so smooth and so quick. It's a little bit deceptive about how hard she's working out there and how difficult a job she really has. She makes it look so easy, but she's been very offensive tonight with the 4 attacks in only 2 sets. That's a little above her average. She's gotten 3 kills on those 4 attacks, so she's really doing it all.
Ilya Rubin and Ipar Kurt with 7 kills apiece, leading the match for everybody. Also Jordan Harvey and Lizzie Andrew with 4 kills. Stanford as a team, 31 kills, just 6 attack errors. They're hitting .379 for the match. Maggie Lee, we mentioned, her 6 kills are leading the way for Cal. The Bears with 15 kills as a team and hitting .113.
What I really like watching the Stanford team is they've got 4 attackers in double-digit attacks. So they're really spreading it out, and that's the key to a great team, is being able to spread the offense, make sure that the defense cannot key on any one player. And the more you do that, the more it gets spread out, and the easier it is to get kills from anyone.
That's a great point. Yeah, 4 players in double-figure attacks, and then you got Lizzie Andrew with 8. So they are spreading the wealth. As the Bears come back out onto the court, Cardinal are waiting. Look at the top 16 reveal. Stanford, we've talked about number 5. And, boy, just look at all the ACC teams there. We've discussed this conference and how good they are. And, you know, you add a program like Stanford, and that just takes it to another level.
Yeah. You look at this top 16, I don't know that the NC2A has ever done this prior to this season to reveal the top 16 mid-year. And that's kind of key because they look at what they have left, who they have to play, and what they have to do, because those top 4 get to host all the way through.
That Cardinal got to host all the way through last year, but they were taken out in the regional final, so trying to get a little further this year. Of course, 9 national titles in program history, the most of any school. Back-to-back championships in 2018 and 19. This Stanford squad has their eyes set on another. Gets underway from campus sites across the ACC. All of it right here on ACC Network and the ESPN app. Ben Ross, Rich Feller with you tonight at Haas Pavilion. Round 1 of the Big Spike. Number 5 Stanford facing their rival Cal and the Cardinal.
Yeah, if I'm Coach Malcolm right now, I'm talking to my team about, you've been playing really hard. You just got to keep going that way. You got to have a lot of good communication on the court so there's no mishaps, there's no confusion about who's going to take the next ball. And then keep going hard. Go all out.
So Stanford, as we said, improves to 15-3. They're now 7-2 in the ACC. Cal falls to 10-11 overall and 2-7 in conference play. And again, these teams, no time to rest. They're right back at it at Stanford on Friday night. We'll see if Cal can pull off the upset there or the Cardinal can keep this winning streak going. They've now won 8 straight against their rival Golden Bears.
I don't know what you do in the one day off.
Yeah.
Do you practice? Do you watch video? Do you just rest?
I would bet both teams are just happy that it's not a long trip.
Yeah,
they've been doing a lot of traveling this year, and now they get to stay in the Bay Area.
Absolutely.
47 kills tonight for Stanford. They hit .362 as a team. Cal with 21 kills and hit .080. Again, Stanford takes it in a sweep tonight. Be sure to tap that ESPN app to catch more of Cal Athletics as they embark on this journey in the